Jack, it's a little restrictive, huh?
Welcome to Good Mythical MORE. Let's match the crew member to their recurring nightmares.
But first, let's play Who You Talking About. This is when we read a comment that one of you made and decide if it's about me or Link. This is from Tander, or Tan Doctor.
Tan Doctor?
06 Gaming says, blank is dressed a little like Ellen DeGeneres today. Love the show, though.
Neither one of us have been compared to Ellen.
What is Ellen? Where?
I don't know. I've taken the Rachel Maddow of it all on the chin for years, but
I feel like white sneakers. That's what I feel like Ellen wears. White sneakers and like a nice
you got a lot more white sneakers.
White sneakers.
I think it's you, and probably a button up, like a cute little button up.
Okay, I'll take that.
Pants and white
cute
sneakers.
Cute little button up and white sneakers.
We're saying red.
Red is dressed a little like Ellen DeGeneres today.
But that's the shot?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hold on, but Link, you're the one who... Link, they just got us mixed up because you have literally a cardigan on and rolled up in white sneakers.
No, I'm not seeing any Ellen here.
There's no Ellen anywhere.
Can we disagree with should we go back and dislike that comment?
Yeah, let's dislike the comment.
Tan
Okay.
Doctor. Thumbs down, Tan Doctor.
Let's pin it just to delete it.
Wow.
All right.
I was hoping for more. Okay.
So we've got V, Kiko, Aubrey, Stevie, and Chase. Whew, I got all the names right.
Keeping
and we're gonna
in
hear their
mind
stories.
that your recurring dream is driving off a bridge. My recurring dream is snakes everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, like in grass, everywhere I step, snakes.
And you try to figure out which is worse. It's like, that's scary, but mine is related to control because what makes it so scary is that I'm in a car free falling off of a bridge that just ended. Just no longer any more of it.
Well,
The snakes, you feel like you can get away or get treatment.
I read about what this might mean, but I've already forgotten about it. And I'm not that scared of snakes in real life. It's I don't know. It's
Inadequate wiener, I think is what it means.
Okay. There are scales on it, though. Do I need to see a doctor about that? I used to dream about burglars breaking into my house, but not any burglars. Specifically, the two guys from Home Alone.
Oh, the two guys.
Wet Bandits.
The Wet Bandits.
People have said that there needs to be a Home Alone remake, and we need to play the burglars because you can do a little bit of a Joe Pesci thing, and I've been told I look like
Okay.
Daniel
that good?
Stern. So hey, we're open. Whoever owns the rights,
That would be pretty awesome.
we will be the Wet Bandits. Okay.
I'd love to be a Wet
I
Bandit.
can't let you do that to Home Alone. We cannot. No one should touch it. Can we just leave it? Can we just leave it in what it is?
There are some things you.
Oh, see?
okay.
Things will break.
It's haunted over there, y'all.
I was gonna say there are some things you just can't say no to, but okay, Stevie. They scare the crap
Stevie
out of
gonna
me.
get some hate for
and
that.
I dreamt.
No. If they are insistent on remaking it, then yes, you will make it better. But I just
No,
can
we won't
not?
be better than Joe Pesci.
No,
and
we
Daniel
won't.
Stern.
No,
We will
I'm
be
saying
definitively
the remake. You'll make the
30%
remake
as
better.
good as
Yeah,
they
then
are.
it would have been.
Then it
it'll
would have
still
been.
suck.
Yeah, it'll be a bad movie.
I agree with that.
Yes.
But it'll be a nice paycheck.
Don't say I'm going to get hate in the comments. Gosh.
They scared the crap
Not
out
now.
of me.
Now that you've,
Okay,
defended
thank you.
yourself.
And
Thank
I
you.
dreamt they were trying to break in and were looking for me specifically.
See, because Stevie's going in on us about all this stuff, this might be Stevie.
I even used to pray every night they wouldn't come get me in real life from my dreams. Stevie wasn't
Stevie's
praying.
never prayed a day in her life.
Yeah. Home Alone, praying. Who's praying about Home Alone?
We got a lot to learn from V. She's pretty new here, relatively speaking. She's not a relative. We're not related.
No, not that we know of. I don't know. I'm feeling Chase on this one.
You feeling Chase?
Sometimes,
Well, we can switch it later.
Sometimes when me and you were together and we're doing one of our Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci kind of things,
He shakes.
he
in his
gets
boots.
scared and begins to pray. He begins to pray.
I like how I can lean back on this. It's like got a headrest built in.
I was a full-blown theater kid. So, of course, my recurring nightmare is standing backstage and suddenly realizing my brain has been completely wiped and I have to go out there and improvise. Regardless of the musical I think I'm participating in, I am almost always wearing colonial garb and have to do some sort of tap dance. I can't tap dance. Riddle me that dream, interpreters.
Aubrey.
Yeah,
This is Aubrey.
This feels like Aubrey.
I don't know who's a theater kid, and I thought Chase was involved with the theater, but I think he built sets.
And also, Chase is a great tap dancer. We already know that. So that doesn't.
Aubrey, we're going with Aubrey. We'll talk to Aubrey in a few minutes, see if we're right. Yeah. I would help you out, but I mean, the more I move, the more I get like carpet burn.
Yeah, it's tough to move. I used to have a nightmare as a kid where I was in a room in which everything was pale yellow and straight out of the 70s. Ooh, bad decorating. When I looked down at myself, I was in a yellow nightgown. There was a window with yellow, long curtains, and it was always open, so they were blowing around. I'd go to the window to look out, only to find I was in a dark castle, all alone. I think the creepiest part was always that there was no sound. I couldn't hear anything. Wow. Yay!
This is super creepy.
This sounds like the beginning of this is like a great premise for a movie, The Yellow Castle.
Now, Kiko, I'm looking at you, and I was looking at your reaction and you were real poker face.
I
know that
you're cheating, man.
You've got a creepy sensibility. I know that you've had a run in with multiple ghosts, potential demons. I believe you. But also, but if you were making all that stuff up in your own mind, you could still believe it. And dreaming this stuff would be a good precursor to that.
Huh.
But I believe you.
And you know what?
So I think this is Stevie.
But I've never seen Kiko wear a yellow shirt.
Yeah, I've never seen Kiko in yellow. 70s.
Stevie doesn't wear a lot of yellow either, though.
No, she doesn't. I think this is.
I could see, but Stevie
let's
alone in a castle.
Let's put it on Stevie for now. Yeah.
Like growing her hair out really long so somebody could climb up on it. That makes sense, right?
All right, Kiko and V, we haven't nailed you down yet.
Hey, I just looked up what it means to be surrounded by snakes in your dream. If you're interested in that,
inadequate wiener, right?
It says inadequate wiener.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
It says. If you're seeing a large number of snakes in your dream, you may be in a life stage where you feel as if it is too much for you, or if you have had a heavy load on your shoulders.
Oh.
Your life can be full of journeys, of pitfalls and obstacles, and you don't know how to escape it.
Yeah. Surrounded on all sides.
Yep.
By snakes.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Rhett.
Well, you know what? If it's any consolation, I haven't had the dream in years. But I had it a lot in my lifetime.
I have to think that my dream is just a feeling of loss of control.
There's dark, mysterious shadow. Probably there's a dark, mysterious shadow. It's probably just a typo. There's a dark, mysterious shadow that likes to sit at the end of my bed. It moves really slowly to the side of my bed and will reach for me. Before he reaches, I'll get a bad case of sleep paralysis and jolt awake really fast. I've been having this dream since I was 22. I think this is Kiko.
Yeah.
Because I think that we've talked about
Kiko
sleep paralysis with Kiko. And first of all, this is
I think this is Kiko because
really interesting because
this is the world that Kiko
anybody who and I used to suffer from sleep paralysis and I never ever saw the shadow creature. That wasn't a thing. But so many people who suffer from sleep paralysis have this common shadow creature, and there's like a specific name for it, like the Man in Black or something like that.
Jim,
the Man in Black.
I just got some really bad news.
About the bridge?
No.
About your wiener.
About the Home Alone reboot. I think it's in the works.
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
Who are we?
We haven't been contacted yet.
Who are the Wet Bandits?
It looks like the article that Chase pulled up is from December of 2019.
Yeah.
But
okay.
And right now they just have the parents and the kid and
okay.
Kevin.
You guys petition.
Wet Bandits.
Listen, this is how the world works now. The internet can make things happen. I mean, they couldn't get Donald Glover to be Spider-Man, so I mean there are some limits. But maybe you, through the power of your collective ambition, and are kind of thinking it might be cool for us to be the Wet Bandits.
Yeah.
We can make this happen. Come on, think about it.
That's the only way to save it at this point. If you want to save Home Alone, then you guys have to be in it.
Yeah.
We're good with physical
Sounds about
stunts.
right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're good with. How? Don't. It hurts.
you can.
It hurts when you hit that.
Nothing can hurt you. Think about it. Like you're gonna do all this. So when I do like that, be like, yeah, I like pain. He likes pain. You know what else we like? We like Prime shipping. Maybe you do as well. You can get Prime shipping if you just gotta have things now. Well, we have an Amazon store. Amazon.com/mythical. We have a bunch of stuff that's printed a lot faster, ready to go. Actually, I don't know how it works. I just know that it comes a lot faster because it's Amazon. Amazon.com/mythical. Supernatural Chase. Well, I would figure this one is Chase's. Because this is when Chase becomes supernatural in his own dreams. Not a nightmare.
Lowercase Chase.
I'm being chased, by some type of supernatural creature. It's different every time, but the ones I remember are a ghost woman, werewolf, wolf, and a vampire. Okay.
Kind of
pretty-
cliche.
Yeah, pretty run-of-the-mill. I'm usually running
Need to get more creative with your dreams,
from them
V.
in some type of mall, and I can both fly and go through solid objects.
Dang, V.
What makes it frustrating, though, is that I fly by doing the breaststroke. This is me. I can only swim fly in my dreams when I fly. Literally the slowest swim stroke imaginable. So even though it's a dream, I actually feel exhausted when I wake up. Man, I had a dream one time as a kid.
I think we need to give that to Chase, and I think V is the Wet Bandits. Because I think Chase knows about breaststrokes.
So you're saying keep it the way that it is.
No,
No,
I'm
you're saying
give that to
Oh,
Chase.
you mean give V the Wet Bandits.
Yeah, I can see Chase doing a breaststroke.
But I mean, I literally, this is probably pretty common that like swimming, I had a dream where there was a bear chasing me. Again, animals chasing me.
Canadian.
And it was jumping up and trying to claw at me. And I was swim flying through the air. I don't know if it's a breaststroke, it was more a freestyle. But I could only get like 11 feet off the ground. And so it was almost hitting me. It's like, what is that? Okay, are we right?
V, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Tell us about your recurring dream with the Wet Bandits.
That actually isn't my recurring dream.
All right. What is it?
It's the shadow, the sleep paralysis.
Oh, your sleep paralysis.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
tell us about
and
that.
this started since you were 22. How old are you? How long has this been?
I'm 27 now. I started my last year in college. I had I think I was at a party and I was sitting on this deck, right? And
Okay.
the wood piece underneath me broke. And I had to catch myself, and it freaked me out really bad because if I didn't catch myself, I would have fell, right?
Okay.
So same day is when I started having really bad sleep paralysis. This is the first time I had that dream specifically that I wrote. And then ever since then, I've been having the same dream every year around my birthday.
Hold on. So you caught a sleep paralysis demon from
From
like
a
a
bench.
bad, like a rotting deck.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell people. Stay away from those bad decks. You know, things can happen.
Have you looked into any cures for this?
Not really.
It's just like once a year.
Yeah, it only
Around your
happens once a
birthday.
year. But that specific dream happens once a year, but I get sleep paralysis probably 4 times a month.
Oh gosh, I hate it for you. I've had it
Yeah, that's bad.
maybe a dozen times in my life, and it's just so frightening. Do you go back to sleep, or do you make yourself wake up when you get in that state?
I'm asleep, but it's really in and out. I'll fall back asleep heavily in about another 30 minutes.
For some reason, every single time it's ever happened to me, I've had to get out of it. I've been so scared that I can't let myself go back to sleep. And so I start trying to find a digit that will move, and then my finger will start moving, and then my hand, and then my arm, and then I'm out of it.
Then you're playing a guitar.
Okay, so we just by default moved Home Alone burglars to Kiko. Do we want to
No,
stick
no,
with
no.
that?
No. Oh, because that wasn't Kiko. Well, the second thing
I
we
still
thought was
feel
Kiko
like-
was the.
I think Chase. I still feel like Chase is Home Alone.
Okay, let's move the supernatural creature back. All right, Kiko, is this you being chased by ghost woman, werewolf, and a vampire?
It is.
Yes.
Good move.
Okay, so
I mean, this isn't nearly as scary as what you've seen in your waking hours.
when was the last time you had to?
I mean, we talked about it on Ear Biscuits.
We did.
Oh yeah.
Yes, in my fireplace.
When was the last time you had this dream?
Last time was probably around 25.
Okay.
About 7 years ago.
2025.
Do you still do the swim flying in your dreams?
You know what's interesting? I haven't flown since I stopped having those dreams. So whenever I've flown, it's always been breaststroke. And
It's the whole
it's
breaststroke
very
fly.
frustrating.
It is so frustrating.
Were you a swimmer?
Not really. I was a lifeguard, so I had to swim for training
Okay.
for that, but
Okay.
otherwise, no.
All right. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're over it.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, Aubrey.
You've got to be right about this.
Full-blown theater kid, backstage, and you got to come out and you've gone blank and you're in colonial garb.
Okay, yes, this is me, but
Yes.
did you know because I give off theater kid vibes or because I give off can't dance vibes?
No, you give off colonial vibes.
Right answer.
No.
So it's the theater kid version of just showing up at class for final exam and you haven't been there the whole year or studied at all.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
Were you ever naked?
Nope.
Just
Nope,
just
always
colonial
that
garb.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
she might have been showing some ankle. I don't know how long the colonial. Like you're talking about like Williamsburg. No, what is it? Yeah, Colonial Williamsburg, and then
Yeah.
what's the one in Winston-Salem? Old Salem.
Old
Yeah,
Salem.
Yeah. If there was a second, I thought this might be Stevie because she talks about Old Salem at least once every 6 weeks,
Yeah.
and but she's not a theater kid, right? You didn't.
No, I was a theater kid.
You were?
Yeah.
So does
Can
it,
you tap dance?
No.
Aubrey? Does this give you a fear of improvisation, or does it help you because you're practicing in your dreams?
I think it gives me a fear of improvisation.
Okay. Well, you're doing great right now.
Yeah, look at that. That wasn't scripted. All right,
Thank you
Steve.
so much.
You're welcome. All right, so yellow room from the 70s ends up being a castle. Seems like Stevie, this is
Definitely, Stevie.
got to be you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
Tell us about this. I'm.
Are you accessing some sort of like? Is it what your grandma's house looked like? Or,
No, and I haven't had it in years at this point. But I do, for some reason, I associate it with there's like this one like strip mall in Greensboro. And you know how like when they build strip malls, if there's houses there already, they buy the houses, they, rip them down. And there was obviously this one person who was like, no, I will remain in this strip mall
Yeah,
with my house.
Yeah.
And the house kind of looks castle-like in like the least wealthy way possible because it's right behind this fast casual Japanese restaurant. But I started associating that particular house with the castle that I was stuck in, and I could not attend this restaurant, go to this restaurant because it would just bring up this like bad feeling. But nothing happened in the dream beyond what I described.
Just impending yellowness.
It just like felt bad. The feeling of something
impending
terrible.
doom.
Yeah.
Impending fast casual doom.
It is very
And
creepy.
Ruby's room in Bleak Creek, I associated
Like that, yeah.
somewhat with that nightmare,
But
which
that-
is just super creepy.
It wasn't enough to rekindle the nightmare for you, though. Okay.
No.
And that means, Chase, you're there praying about the wet bandits.
Every night. I was
Every night.
so scared of those burglars. Scared of a lot of things as a kid. And also, kind of not fair, I also did have shadow creature, sleep paralysis, recurring dreams too.
Well, you can't have them all, Chase. Come
And
on.
I did fly breaststroke.
You
to
did?
not get away from stuff. Yeah, I had a lot
He's
of these
done it all,
dreams.
guys.
Well,
Chase.
but Chase, what's your official position on us being the Wet Bandits in the remake of Home Alone?
I'm a lot less scared of you, so I think I'd be okay with that.
No, but we can be very scary. Tell and we can do stunts. Say that.
You can do all your own stunts.
All your own stunts.
Some stunts.
You say that, and then you
Yeah,
get the part.
yeah.
Then we get the stunt doubles.
Yep.
But you sign a contract saying that you can do it.
All right, we'll
We
do
can
it.
do it.
Get exclusives, additional colorways, and prime shipping over at our Amazon store. Check out Amazon.com/mythical now.